Are you using the audio? Okay, so I guess it's on. If it's not, it's not. Okay, so again, my name is Kim Neal. I float in and out of the office, so some may see me, some may have not. So today we're going to do session 8, and what is it? Show and find homes. Find and show homes. Maybe your buyer's dream of reality. Okay, so tell me what you guys are doing now with your daily 10-4. Are they doing them, you guys, every session? So what is that? That's 10 phone calls, 10 notes, 10 viewings, and 10 contacts. And 10 contacts. Okay, so how's everybody doing on that? Okay. One, okay. Great!
I'm making 10 contacts and I'm adding my database to note cards.
Yeah.
I have 50 note cards literally sitting on my desk. And I wrote 4.
I did 5 last night.
No, 4 for the entire.
I know that it's always difficult, but let me tell you a little story. So there is a gentleman in Louisiana. His name is Tim Houck. And his whole business is based on cards. He does over 200 homes a year. You know what his main source of business is and getting business? No cards. Every single day he comes in and it's the first thing he does. So just to give you a little perspective on that, they work. Although they are tedious, but really, what else are we doing, to be honest, right? So you'll get to know me throughout these next couple hours. I'm very upfront. I just say it like it is. So I'll just tell you a little bit about my background. I've been in the business 6 years. I was at Century 21 for a year. Didn't do much, just made $7,000 my first year. Thought, I have 3 kids. I thought, do I really want to leave my family to make $7,000 a year? So I'm like, all right, let me give it another year. I'm going to leave that brokerage and check out another one. Checked out a couple, interviewed. Ended up here at Keller Williams. Ended up here because of this class, because of Ignite. Came in, sat like you guys, just 5 years ago. Did what they told me to do. The second year in business, I made $32,000. Third year, 64. Fourth year, over 100. Fifth year, over 150. Last year, 200. And I'm a mom. So I got 3 kids, married, 2 dogs, house, and I do it about 30 hours a week, right? Sometimes more, but not much more than that. Moral of that story is you can do it. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason why you can't do it. It just takes a little bit of effort, right? So one of my favorite things is to show homes. I love buyers, as long as, you know, they're going to be crazy anyway. A lot of people are listing driven, listing, which I agree with, but I also feel like buyers are your paycheck, right? They're your client. If you have a listing and you have a buyer, I'm getting paid on that buyer in the next 60 days. If I have a listing and I have a crazy seller, it could be 6 months. I just closed on a listing that I had for a year. A year and sat there because the sellers were unrealistic and wouldn't listen. Not to mention they owed a lot of money. They owed exactly what they got. But I know if I have a buyer, I'm getting paid. I just got to put in the work to take them out to show them, right? So what you want to do is make sure they're qualified. You know, you find out their information. We'll go into that a little bit more. So, are they making you do calls? So, who are you calling?
And that's my thing. I don't know who to call, right?
Okay.
I get my phone, I get my database. I don't know who's.
Okay, so Does everybody have Facebook? Does anybody ever walk you through some of the minors, the basic steps? Right? Just take out your phones. Everybody take out your phones. Take out your phones. Everybody have a Facebook page. Just your basic Facebook page. Go to your Facebook page and make a post right now that says, hi, just in case you didn't know, just want to let you know, I don't care if you're in the business, you just started, you write something like, hey, I'm in a class right now for my new career in real estate. I need to get 5 referrals by the end of the day. Who do you know that I should know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest, or lease in real estate? It's a basic post. Drop an emoji, drop your name here. Just put it out there. Because what you want to do, my first piece of business in here, I was told that I had 6 people inbox me.
So do we have to conduct our business card with it? So
No, you just hashtag it with your name at Hillwood.
Okay. Because this is your private page. We're not going to do it on your business page. If you guys have one, just do it on your private page. All you want to do right now is get it out to your sphere that you're in real estate, right? So you just want to say, hey, I'm in real estate, call me. You want to keep doing that. And I always tell everybody, and especially people that are on my team, people that work for me, you should be posting on there, I don't care if it's Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, 3 times a week. If you guys are on my Facebook page, you'll see at least 3 of them a week, if not more. And it's cute stuff like, hey, looking to move, and I have a picture of a cow on there. Or I had, the last one was, which I watch it every day, it's hysterical. It's like a bug, a car, the Herbie bugs, whatever, going through the countryside, you have a listing appointment, like just names and jokes and things like that. Or what
was your ratio of just posting and asking for business? I remember there was like a ratio that you should post like only once in a while you should directly ask, but then you should roll it in.
Yeah, so here's the thing. What you just did right now is you just told everybody you're in business and you asked. So you just said, hey, I'm in real estate. Who do you know that I should know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest, lease? I don't care what you guys are doing. You're asking for business. Call me, come to me, I'm a professional. So me and Julie, Julie's my friend. So we belong to the agent help desk, whatever. It's a lender friend of ours. So he posts on there, buy versus rent, or what the rates are today, things like that. So we just take his stuff and we just share it to our page. So,
and if you do anything like that, please don't take the lender's name off of it. You can also tell your loan officer, if you have one that you use, like, oh, I like what this person did. Can you make me something like this? But don't steal when somebody else did it, just crop their name off. That's just not fun.
How did you end this post? If you know anyone looking to buy, sell, or invest, please let me know. But something you have to put in there by Keller Williams. How do you put the Keller Williams?
I just hashtag.
she just hashtagged the little pound sign and Keller Williams Preferred Realty.
Just a hashtag will do. Okay.
Yeah.
Because really, this is your personal page. Now, posting on your business page, completely different. And you gotta have who you are. So those, I was also taught, not that I've done this, but if you message, just go on Facebook and do that, or Instagram, whatever your platform is of choice. And then you inbox, message 5 people a day. A lot of people have built their business just in Facebook.
I don't message more than 8. I message 8 people in my life and
say, hey, stop what you're doing, you're gonna get blocked. Yeah.
What happened?
But here's the thing,
80 people before I
You
got
don't
an alert for.
you don't necessarily have to say about real estate. You can do a mass post, just post. And then, what was it, Julie? 5 likes, 5 comments, and 5 private messages was the thing you should do every day on social media. So 5 likes, 5 comments, like, oh, your baby's so cute, something like that. So you're not, so 5 likes, 5 posts, and 5 private messages should be done every single day.
So what do you put, how do you like, what are we liking? So what do you?
Anything on your friends list.
Oh, anything on your
My
friends
picture of my kid on a horse, you liked it. If you did, you liked my dinner that I made yesterday, you liked it. So that's gonna be, most of the people on your Facebook, unless you're been in the business a while, like we've got thousands of people on there, but like, if you're just starting or you use Facebook as your basic sphere, it's a great way to get business. Instagram, another great way to get business. People are on those 2 platforms. So you want to do that.
Can I ask you a question? I have someone reached out to me. Her credit is not good, but her mom, who's a senior, has good, retirement income. Her credit is good, but I don't think her income will be enough to buy. So what do I look for, rentals or lease or something?
So here's what you do. You send her to a loan officer. You send her to a loan officer that's creative. Because I have one now that I'm doing. Her credit wasn't that great, but she had the income. Her dad doesn't have the income, but has good credit, right? So what we did is we took and we put her on the loan, him as the co-signer.
So the mom has the good credit,
So
but the daughter has the kind of income that'll kind of balance.
So as long as she has, it's just really bad, because they can go down to 580. That's under 580.
600, something like that.
So if but then you have to get her with a loan officer. And you have to have a variety of loan officers. So I have 2 or 3 that I work with. Mark is one of them. And then I have 1 or 2 more. And every time I qualify my buyers, and this is part of our, and we'll go through it. Every time I talk to somebody, I instantly qualify them. Like, they're qualified before they get off the phone with me. And as you do more business, as you talk to more people, you'll get that way too. You qualify, talking to them. Can you get creative with them? Are they hopeless? Are they in the pipeline? So, you'll know. Any more questions on that? You like the business, this career, this industry is all based on your personality, right?
Yeah.
All based on your personality. So, if you guys can talk to people, understand people, and educate people, and that's what you should be doing right now. As a new agent, you should be educating yourself on the market. You should be educating yourself on the tech that we offer. So when you get to talk to people, you're the expert, right? So I can talk to a client, and you can talk to a client. I'm gonna win that client because I do my homework. You know what I mean? Like, I do my homework. I can answer questions that another agent can't. And why is that? Because I spend time looking at the market. I farm and I fish inside the areas that I know. So I do a lot of business in the area that I grew up in. And why is that? Even though I don't live there anymore, because I know that area. You can call me on the phone and I can tell you what street that is. Born and raised there. So you always want to try and grab business where you grew up, unless you have to. So that's a little bit on how to get some business. Anybody else have any other ways that are working or they want to try?
I'm actually about to start doing a lot more networking events. Like I was planning a party at my house, a game night party at my house on Friday, and my girlfriend called. She said, "Hey, they're having a networking game night party at this place. You want to go?" I was like, "Party canceled in my house." Yes,
So when you go, what do you plan to do?
I'm working the crowd, which is what I normally do anyway, but I'm having about 100 cards in my bag. That's work that card. I get numbers while they are playing games. We're watching people play games while I'm getting numbers hot.
Absolutely. So it's all about networking, right?
So that canceled my party. It's better. I was like, oh, that was way better.
Somebody else can please.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else you guys are doing? You guys have any? Raise your hand, show me who's doing business right
I have a listing right now.
now. Perfect, that's business. Julia?
We talked about it almost every other class we've been in.
Mhm.
And some of us are planning on doing stuff for Halloween.
Right.
Some of us were doing some Facebook posts. And just every day getting up and thinking of how to make business.
Okay, so I'm a big churcher.
Perfect.
So right now, as we were speaking, I'm thinking, hey, what if I know about 12 pastors? Can I come host a night, a home buying process night?
There's a girl here who does it
Oh,
at
yeah.
her church.
Oh,
Yeah.
so my thing is, how would I create like a PowerPoint? You know what I'm saying? What
So
do I?
you partner up with a lender, a home inspector,
Okay.
lender, home inspector, an attorney, and you put on a 2-hour seminar.
Can she put an ad like in the church bulletin?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, I would, meet with these
Absolutely.
pastors and host a
Yeah.
home
And
buying.
you want to get them, and then you tell your lender, hey, I want you to give me a coupon, although Mark says, we do them, I do them. I do union flyers,
Mhm.
I do teacher flyers, they have doctor programs, and I put them in all my folders. $500 closing cost credit, I don't care if the interest rate, you know what I mean, like, sometimes people need it,
Mhm.
so we do it. Not all the time, because sometimes people are, they're smart. Like, hey, I'm gonna take 500 off here, but they gave me a 4.0, interest rate when I can do 3.75. Right? But, it's up to you and how you wanna mark them. I think, I used to have one of my lenders make a flyer and put it on Facebook. So all union workers, we offer $1,000 compound.
And Julie, that's the contact you gave me. She does that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Margaret, I put her in contact with
Yeah.
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret does it. Yeah. Okay, so who said they didn't have a list of people to call? Okay. So, that's okay. Did they explain co-realty to you?
Mhm.
So that's where you want to start. So are you guys all on our Facebook page?
Mhm.
So when people put on their open house, grab them.
Oh, somebody just did last night too.
Please grab them. My
Okay.
first piece of business was from an open house. Because then you take those numbers that you got, you come back that day, the next day, you put them in your database and you start calling them. That's who you call.
Remember what Michelle just said about Shannon?
Oh, and Michelle is doing an open house Sunday. Michelle, we taught Monday. She said if any of you guys want to come and shadow her, go see her, and then she'll hook you up.
Okay.
Yeah. And all of us, any of us will, I don't do a lot of them anymore. But, we have them till offer. So just put on Facebook, on our page, hey, looking to shadow or looking to host an open house. And normally people will be like, okay, blah, blah. So take advantage of that. Also, a great way to call, and I tell this to everybody, ask one of us. So let's just say you want to get business in Tinley Park. So what you do is look on the MLS, look for one of our listings, Keller Williams Preferred, see what agent has that. Just call and say, hey, listen, do you mind if I farm for you on your listing at 123 Main Street? So what you do then, you come, you pull that from Cole, and you get on the phone and say, hey, we just listed a property at 123 Main Street in Tinley Park. You know, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell in the area? Or you get a little more creative than that. You know, hey, this is Kim calling from Keller Williams. We just listed a property at 123 Main Street. I have buyers that are looking to buy in your neighborhood. Who do you know that might be selling? Oh, I don't know anybody. When are you looking to sell? I'm not for another 2 years. 2 years, wow, that's just right around the corner. Mind if I call you back in 6 months? You know, things like that. It's a conversation. Again, it's a conversation, right? So that's another way to do it. Your best and best way to get business is through your sphere, really, in your database, your sphere. So the people that know you, trust you, right? So church, right? You do church. Anybody else? Julie belongs to a roller derby club, so she gets a lot of business through there. Even like your PTO at school, things like that. And your it's your community, right? It's your friends. They know you, they trust you, they're gonna do business with you.
One thing Kim does is, a lot of times the schools have fundraising nights and they have like bingo and they're looking for prizes. Kim donates a basket each time to the schools and that gets her name out there.
Yeah, so like tonight's bingo. So they'll call and say, hey, Kim, do you have a bingo? It costs me $20. If that, I'll do a tea basket. I go to the dollar store, get a little wire basket, get a cup, get some tea bags, get a honey, go to Starbucks, get a $5 gift card, wrap it up with a bow, and I give it to them. Or I'll do a movie night basket, which I go to the dollar store again, popcorn, a bag of popcorn, a liter of Coke, and I'll buy a movie at Walmart for $5. I used to put a $25 gift card in there, but then the school kept asking me. So I thought, I'm not gonna be spending $40 for every one. So now I take a $5 movie and I put it in there, and I make it a movie. So it costs me $10.
Because I know my kids' school, I'm on the PTA as well. They have a fall festival.
Do all of them. All your anything you can rent a table for $25, right? And then just to get your name out. That's what you want. You want to be in front of everybody. Who do you know? Oh, who do I know? I need a realtor. Oh, I have Facebook here 2 times. Oh, I see her at school 50 times. Right? I mean, it's just about getting your name in front of people, right?
So if you see somebody online saying they're gonna have a fundraiser for somebody, you could message them and say, hey, do you need a basket? Do you need a prize?
You know, when I had my salon, everyone called all the time for baskets. So I think the reverse of that, you called and offered it, it makes you cringe. I mean, because it was all the time for donations. And just think if you did the reverse, if you called and like, hey, I want to, and that's like magic call to PTA or to the baseball, or so that's a good way to reverse it. So you know, you're under it.
I have people call all the time.
Yeah.
And I just do them baskets.
Yeah, we used to get,
Just $25, grab $20, and you know, instead of 40 or 50.
well, I could still use my hair stuff in real estate, really.
Absolutely.
I like hair stuff.
You should have a huge
I do.
database.
Yes.
And you should be marketing it. So you should be like, I got 4 pieces of business.
I know, well, so it's coming.
And here's the thing, working that. If I were you, I would take your database and do postcards. Hey, not only do I do hair or whatever you do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm when you think of real estate, please think of me.
Yes, yeah, I'm
And
sorry.
send it to
I'm
that
still
whole
getting hair too, so there you go. So, yeah.
I'd be hanging signs up all over
I
my
should.
road. Like, hey, I got my
I'm
license.
wondering too, if, because I own the building. Well, I wondered if I put, like, I mean, my building's up for sale currently, but if I stuck my whole make the minimum body signs or whatever.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Is it your listing?
Actually, needed someone to help me because my sister's involved and they're, sorry, I need another party. So,
Okay.
so I had Jamie listed.
Jamie
Our
Lemons?
Jamie, yeah.
Jamie Lemons? Lon?
No, Jamie was here. Jamie.
Jamie, okay, so is your name anywhere on it?
No. It's okay though. Because the whole community, again, it's a Chandler, everybody knows me.
Okay,
Like,
so
it's like,
you should,
so I was like, why not use my own building and put my own, like, hey, want to start ideas? I should,
we'll talk
okay,
after
okay.
this. Because you should be co-listing and you should be taking the leads off.
Well,
Even if you can't look,
even the stories were after class.
so yeah, and even if you can't co-list, you should be working those.
Yeah, what it just
The
literally,
things,
yeah,
literally, you should be coming in, taking that database, that information, and putting it in your team. Is it a
Yeah.
commercial building?
it's a 40-minute, yeah.
Okay, so,
Because I've had it with Remax for 2 years, because I just got my license.
Yeah.
So, and then it's just kind of a story.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. well, if there's other parties involved, it's always a mess.
Yes,
It's always a mess.
So I would rather have, honestly,
A third party,
Yeah.
which is smart.
yeah.
Divorce do it
It's
all
like
the
a
time.
divorce from my sister.
Divorces that want to do it all the time. They won't hire, if you're a real estate agent, you get a divorce, we have to have a third party.
Yeah, I mean, it was she wanted me to do it.
Oh,
I didn't. I just said no. 'Cause
I'd be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I,
For her, yeah, we'll just send her stuff again.
One thing I do is I treat Facebook. I look at people's posts. If somebody just got married, I put congratulations and I send a private message. Hey, congratulations on your wedding. If you're looking, next step is usually a home. I'm here if you have any questions.
Julia's a weird creeper.
I'm a creeper too, though.
You
Have to.
You have to go out of your comfort zone to get, like, I had one, it sounds bad, it was one of my teenagers, she was sitting there, she's like, oh my God, my girlfriend just dumped me, I don't know what to do, maybe I should buy a house somewhere else. I was like, forget her, I'll help you buy a house. And now we're working with her, and she's approved up to 300,000. So even though you go out of your comfort zone, like, oh, this girl, I don't know if I want to talk to her at this vulnerable time, but you do.
Might help, girl,
And
yeah.
so you see I'll say like, oh, I'm looking for a roommate, whatever, and I see it a couple times, somebody else, I was like, you know what? I see you're always looking for a roommate, when you're ready to buy, I'm here if you have any questions. So create people and go for it.
So someone, I have a great,
That's a great question.
I have a great question. So I just seen on Facebook, and I'm just accepting everyone because I took my social media off for 2 years. So someone, she's like, I just want to congratulate my daughter for passing her real estate exam. All I'm thinking is, where's she going? So how do I, like, we have a mutual friend, I think it's like her kids, something my kid's age. So do I go after her and say,
Absolutely,
hey,
yes. Absolutely.
like, so is there some spiel without sounding like I'm pitching?
I'm brand new in real estate too. I come from Kelly Williams. Google them, they're the #1 training. And you don't have to, all you have to do is plant the seed. Keller Williams will grow it itself.
Okay, I was wondering, like, I want to look like a,
You know, you're connecting with them. I know. I'm just doing it. Here's where I went and here's the reason why.
And Labuda
Okay.
told us yesterday they having a career night, which is on here, the
You can
22nd.
send that too, right?
okay.
Where they come in and
22nd,
they
like,
talk about us, you know. October 22nd. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Remember too, you're actually helping her out.
Yeah,
Because some of us go into companies that don't have the classes, they just stuff, not making any money. So you're actually helping her out by giving her, hey, come check out Keller Williams, the classes they have. So you're doing her a favor, she just doesn't know it.
so and this is the thing too, I don't know if this is something that you need for newbies, like, I didn't know. Like, so, you know, how did I get my old neighbor to join Keller, and that's the only reason, I didn't know what other people did. And so I won't know any other way.
Exactly.
So that's what I think that something should be in the, hey, this is, because I didn't know, I didn't even check with anybody else. My old neighbor said, hey, she's been in the business a long time. Like, hey, the new class is great.
Yeah.
You know, I think all of them do classes, but they don't.
No,
They don't.
Right. But as a new person, I wouldn't know that.
You would, either did I.
Right.
Either did I.
But I'm saying that would be something to, I mean, you hate to do like side by side, like maybe you do this, see what they're doing. You know, like, because people aren't never gonna sit.
And this is a very, very overwhelming business.
Yeah.
Like, we throw 50 things at you and say, hey, go do business.
Right.
Here you go, right? I mean, that's what they did to me, and I was like, well, I'm gonna sit the hell ass home. You know, I mean, really, that's.
I wasn't this should came on for a few months.
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's what
They
we
say you
do.
can take local. Okay, I'm waiting. The phone is ringing. Nobody. Second day, the phone ringing. Nobody. So, nothing. They teach us nothing. Oh,
And here's the reason why. There's a reason behind it. Because if you're sitting in a brokerage, right? Most companies are very reserved. People, you are the number one agent in the boutique brokerage, right? And I come in new, you gonna tell me what you're doing? You gonna tell me how to make $100,000 and take that? Because you're scared that I'm gonna come in, they're not sharing with you.
Right.
Nobody's sharing anything, and that's why 10 agents come in to the business and 2 make it, right? Because they're doing exactly what you did and I did. For a full year, I sat here. Floor time, they used to call it. Floor time. Okay, then I would get my own client, wouldn't know what to do with it, so they'd say, hey, Kim, get a mentor, take 50%. So now I'm paying 50% to the mentor, and then I gotta pay 40% to the brokerage. So what did I make? 10%. I was going broke. I was going broke being in real estate. So, and it's the reason, and they have the office I was at had the number one agent in the South Suburbs. Number one agent. You think he was going to do anything? Not a thing. So, you know, so you want to come somewhere here at Keller Williams because they profit share and because everybody makes money and everybody's working together. It's a little different, you know, it's a little different. It's structured, I should say, structured differently. We're here, like, what company do you have that has their producers up there teaching?
I have a question. So how come, everyone doesn't come? Because it's,
I don't know.
because I thought of even, messaging, and I didn't realize, I didn't know he was a managing broker in Charlotte. And I was like the guy that had my building off. But I was like, how do you, when he's so in, how do you know that small and mid?
So here's the thing, that's chiseling away. That's planting a seed
Okay.
and
So I
chiseling
mean, I
away.
know
That's planting a seed and chiseling away.
him. Okay. So I thought, what is it gonna hurt?
Definitely.
Like, so it wish me luck, it's anything, and I don't, congratulations. Yeah.
It's planting the seed and then you
So
chisel.
just keep it basic, say, hey, you should check out the.
Absolutely. No, I'm happy at Remax. Okay, great.
Yeah, right.
6 months later, hey, we're having a top producer that made $50 million. Or did sales of
Yeah,
$50
because he's like
million.
the who's doing Joe Wood.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. So he would come just because he's
Yeah, yeah, I know
right?
that, yeah.
So he's gonna come saying, I made 30 million. What is this guy doing that he made 50 million?
Right,
And he'd sit here with his chest puffed out.
Yeah.
That's okay.
yeah, right.
Welcome.
Right,
Come on
that's what I
in.
thought, I just don't have to see.
Did you ever think Keller Williams?
Okay.
Wanted to see too, because even if he says, oh, I'm happy to have three next running hat, you could also just say,
Just
follow, like, we're having an Ignite class. It's
Or,
free,
yeah.
they open it to other,
Right.
a lot of stuff is open to other agents. If they're hired in, invite them to.
Yeah, you would go to like Ignite.
Yeah,
You would
he's
come to-
come to like one of our land clothing things.
Yeah, all the events that are hired and, you know,
I'll have to get figured out.
Just watch on Facebook.
Okay.
Watch the page.
Okay.
We, there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's how you just plant the seed. Real estate is about planting seeds. Business-wise, team-wise, anything here is about planting a seed, right? So I'm planting a seed right now with you guys, right? This is what I do. This is how you do it. Now it's up to you guys to water it and make it grow, right? I can only tell you what to do. You guys have to nurture it. And always, always remember what you do today is paid out in 90 days. So the work that you're doing diligently now and you're not, I don't have any business and I'm eating beans and rice and I can't eat it again. In 90 days, we're gonna take you for a steak dinner, right? And if you do that stuff every single day, you're not gonna have the roller coaster like they say. That's why I'm so fond of buyers, right? Although listings are good, I always have a pipeline of buyers. And then I will farm for buyers too. I know, so my business was down, I had a rough year this year. And I had a team and I went on my own. I was part-time admin and some help here and there, but not like I was running a full-blown team. So what I did is decided to go on my own just with part-time admin help. And I said, where's my money coming from? This was probably 2 months ago, well, maybe 2-3 months ago. Where does my money come from? How am I gonna keep, how do I keep things going? 2 buyers, 6 buyers, 35, right now in my purse I got over $22,000. Where'd it come from? Buyers. That's what I went back to what I know. Went back to basics, right? So listings are great. Buyers is where you're gonna get paid. Quickly, right? Quickly. And when you're a new agent, buyers are great. Wanna know why? Because they don't get mad. Listing, you got a listing and it ain't selling, guess who they're coming after? They're coming after you. Even though it's not you, it's probably because it's overpriced and they won't come down. Buyers are happy. We're all happy. We're going to look for your new house.
We want you to know them better.
And you do get to know them. You do get to know them. They love you, they trust you, they like you, right? Then you know what they do? They go tell their friends. And then their friends meet you, like you, love you, and then you get invited to their wedding. And then you get to meet all those young people that are just getting married, right? That's how it works. So I went back to basics. So this is a great class for me today because I'm back in the grind and I'm back to basics, right? Not that I don't like listings, but at this point, I just needed to get business, to be honest. I just needed to get business and where do I fish and what do I know best of buyers, right? So, any questions with that? Any questions on buyers, what we do? So a few of you have buyers, right? Okay, so now that we're way off, so we're gonna blow through this quick. So let's go to page 13, make it happen working with buyers. So when you have a buyer, is this the same as yours, you guys? Does this go follow your book?
Yeah.
So page 13.
Yep.
In order to have a successful home search process, focus on 3 steps. Yep, session 8. Okay. Oh, sorry. So we're on session 8, page 13, make it happen, working with buyers. So the first one is find homes. Anybody want to read or you? Okay. The truth, 92% of buyers use the internet in their home search process. There is no doubt your buyers will be searching the internet on their own. It's your job to help them identify which homes are actually worth the time to see. Your thorough buyer consultation helps establish exactly what the buyers are looking for in their dream home. Leverage that criteria using online property search sites to find several homes for your buyers to view. 1, set them up on a buyer instant notification system. Monitor your buyers. Contact them when you find a property they should see. As I just kind of summed it up. So here's the whole thing. So you get a buyer that comes in, hi, normally you'll call me. So if you call me, just you be a client. You want to see how I do mine? Here's how I do mine. So you call me. Ring, ring. Hello? Hi. Hi, this is Kim Mia. How can I help you today? Yep, you're gonna be the buyer. You're the buyer, I'm the agent. That's exactly how my stuff goes. So normally, here's how it works. I have a heavy presence on internet. Zillow, Redfin, I'm on them all, right? My signs are up everywhere, so I'm constantly getting phone calls and for buyers. So you're gonna call me. So just call me. Okay. Ring, ring. Hi. Hello.
Hi, my name's Yolanda. I saw your sign out and I'm actually thinking about buying your place now.
Kind of, sort of, Yolanda. I gotcha. Okay, let me just ask you this, Yolanda. What area are you looking at? Where did you see my sign? Do you remember the address?
It was out by Tinley Park. I think I was driving, but I didn't get a chance to write it in.
Perfect. Tinley, 123 Main Street.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath split level. We're asking $199 for it. Unfortunately, Yolanda, that one went under contract in 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Let me ask you, Yolanda, is that the area you're looking for?
One of the areas, yes.
Okay. What are your needs? How many bedrooms? How many baths? Square footage?
I need a 3-bed, my minimum 2 baths. I have a teenage daughter, got to share with her. A basement for my son when him and his friends come over. I would like a nice backyard for my puppy. And brick, gotta be brick.
Brick. Perfect. Okay. So as she's talking, I'm writing, just jotting down 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, brick, Tinley Park, surrounding areas. Okay, let me ask you, Yolanda. We have quite a few homes out there that fit that criteria. What is your price range?
Well, the last time I spoke to a lender was about a year ago, and I got pre-qualified for $250. So, I mean, I make more now, so hopefully it's better.
Okay, perfect. So do you remember, Yolanda, do you know if you were FHA or conventional?
FHA.
FHA, perfect. So instantly now I know she's FHA. I gotta find her something because that's probably not gonna change. I instantly know that she's gonna need something move-in ready. Now I know that Tinley Park, Oak Forest, Crestwood, somewhere in that area I'm gonna be able to find. So I already know. Okay, great, Yolanda. So let me go ahead and get your email and your phone number. I'm gonna go ahead and set you up on an internet search. It's gonna come directly from my MLS. In the meantime, what I need for you to do, if you're happy with the lender that you had, I need you to go ahead and give him a call. Due to the fact that if you love the houses that I see and you wanna make an offer, we need that. We're gonna need that. What's your time frame, Yolanda?
I want to do it, I want to get in there, I want to get in there before Christmas if possible.
Perfect. Okay, we can definitely do that. We gotta be diligent. So first things first, I'm gonna have you go ahead and call your lender. Are you comfortable with your lender that you have?
I don't have a number anymore.
Awesome. Okay. So I have a lender that I use. If you tell them, give them a call, say, hey, I'm working with Kim Mia, they're gonna give you $1,000 credit off their closing costs. Yeah, it's just kind of the relationship we have. I want you to go ahead and call them. I want you to get pre-approved. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and set you up on the search. It's gonna come directly from my MLS. So don't use Zillow, Redfin, because those are always $8 short. So you're gonna send me stuff from there. It's gonna say contingent, for example. Look at the list that I sent you. So what I just did is isolate the objection of 15 Zillow's addresses. This is what we have for sale in your area up to your, because she already told me, 250, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, surrounding areas, right? Tinley Park, wherever, Oak Forest, Orland Park. So I've isolated please don't go to the third-party websites, use my stuff. I got her with my lender, but I didn't let her call. So what I did is, I'm gonna send you searches. So when she gets all that stuff, it's all gonna say Kim Neal. MLS Kim Neal, my app, it's all gonna be Kim Neal stuff. It's never gonna be Zillow again, or Redfin, or wherever she found me off my stuff. And now it's gonna come directly from me. What I'll do then is I text the lender, say, pass along her name to them, do vice versa, and then I follow up with her. So I follow up with her in less than 24 hours. Shoot her a text, hey, Len, did you get a chance to talk to A, B, and C lender? No, I didn't have a chance. Did you see anything out of the list that I sent you? Yeah, I found 4 of them. Okay, make sure you do that. Send me over the 4 addresses you like. I'll go ahead and get them scheduled. In the meantime, call the lender. Good job.
When do you do her, your presentation? Do you do yours?
I just did it.
When she signed, when she has to sign?
So there's 2 ways that I approach the buyer's agreement.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can email it to her and have her sign it. Go ahead and sign this, bring your pre-approval letter with me.
Okay.
Or I always, on every presentation, go with the phone. So it could be in there too. And I give everybody one freebie. So I do the freebie. You know what I mean?
A free day?
I give them a free, like, we're gonna go out.
For 4 houses?
Yeah. We're gonna give,
Just to give them the relationship?
yeah, normally I won't though, not anymore.
Okay.
Not as, the busier that I get, the less I'll do that.
Okay.
So you really have to gauge, because I've gone with some or sent it via email and they won't sign it. They just won't sign it. So you have to gauge that yourself. It should always be done up front, but you're gonna have to gauge that.
Okay.
You know, that's gonna be a personal talk between you and your client.
Okay.
You know, and if they won't, they won't. But if they like you, they will.
Right.
So then what if they're not cooperating with your, mission, like calling it back, not taking messages? Do you just kind of found them?
Absolutely. I will follow up. The ratio is 9 to 1. 9 times I follow up with them to 1 appointment, or to get them. You know, so it's 9 times. So maybe I shot you 3 texts, I called you twice, then I emailed you twice. You know what I mean? It's 9 times of follow-up. So remember, it's not gonna be another instant, we get a boom, go, which is great. But you're gonna take a little, it's like fishing. They bite, then they let go. They bite, and then they let go. Right? So, yeah. So I think as you get better at doing consultations and meeting people, I think then sometimes, like for me, buyers are, because they're my favorite and I do them so often, it's like this to me. And that gets easy. As you do more business with them, it gets easier. So, and just by the questions that you ask people, whether, I don't care if you're sitting down with them at a consultation face to face, or you're on the phone, you'll know if they're right and if they're serious, right? I mean, you'll know. You could be sitting face to face and they say, I'm just kind of shopping. Great, thanks. Right? So, I mean, you have to ask the right questions. And the bottom line is you want to get them, and this is, I don't ever recommend it. I've done it, because I think we all do it in the beginning. I don't ever recommend you go with somebody that's not pre-approved. Ever. You know, even if they come and sit down with you, make sure that you're handing them to your lender or to their bank, whoever their choice is. I wouldn't spend, you know, I mean, again, we've all done it. And you show them the house and they go ghost on you. They weren't pre-approved, you didn't do your job, I feel like. If that happens to me, that's my fault, right? Dan, how do you guys do it?
What are we talking about? What are we learning?
We're talking about, you do sit down consultations, don't you? Buyers.
Not in the traditional sense, because most of our leads come from open houses. So we do a quick and easy, quick and dirty.
Absolutely.
Buyer consult at the open house. You get them set up for a search. That's a great point. Let them know. So when I was using them is, have you ever been looking at a property on Zillow? And then you find out it's already under contract or it's already sold.
Absolutely.
That's because the data is out of date. And somebody who is really serious and on an MLS search has not seen it the day it was listed. They were going to offer that day. So you want that kind of connectivity. The buyer, and my rationale then for getting a pre-approval is I don't put it on me. I don't say, I don't want to waste my time. I say, there's
Yeah, I don't say that.
I say,
Don't say it, but
I say most sellers are going to require it. So we won't even be able to show you the house if you're not, if you don't have a pre-approval.
And that is a great point, Dan, because that has been my go-to for probably the past year.
Yeah.
I'll have somebody call me, and especially if it's in the city, I say, no, city people. And they'll say, hey, I want to see 123 Main Street all the way to the city. And I'm like, it's a $500,000 house. And I'm like, I'm not sure I even know the city. And I will say, listen, I tried, but you know, you need a pre-approval to see the house. And that actually will go some and they don't see it.
Blame the seller. Blame the seller.
Absolutely.
You have to show that house. The seller just told me they require a pre-approval. You need someone to just assume they have it.
I do too, I assume. I just assume everybody who calls me has one. That's why I'll ask, especially if they call for like a foreclosure or a fixer-upper. I don't even say it. First thing I say, as soon as I look at it, first thing I say is, what kind of financing did you get? And they'll say, well, I didn't. You know, this is an REO. What's an REO? Now I know they don't know anything. They haven't been working with, they don't know anything. Okay, an REO is real estate owned, that means the bank had it, cleared the lien, blah, 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 blah. And I tell them, because I want them to be my experts. I want, even though it's the same mundane stuff we all know, they don't know that. And it's obvious they don't know that. Because they come and say, oh, I just had a guy call me the other day. In fact, I'm taking him out tonight. He calls me the other day. I'm working with another agent. Because I always ask. I never step on anybody's toes. I always ask, are you working with another agent? Just because this is how we make a living and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And they always respect that. And it makes you look good. Julie taught me that. Say it's working. I think I said it once and you took it and ran with it. So then I would listen to her. I'm like, so I always ask, are you working with an agent? I was, I didn't like, anyways, long story short, a guy calls, working with an agent wasn't doing what they were supposed to, whatever it is, what it is. He was looking at foreclosure, REOs, he's FHA approved, ain't gonna fly. You know, you can't, there's just no way. So, you know, you want to be the expert and say, oh, great, FHA, we need to find you a move-in ready home. Not one that the wiring was hanging out and slept. Ain't happening.
You make a great point about our job not being as advisors, as being professional advisors. Because the information is all out there, we're no longer providers of the information,
Absolutely.
we're interpreters of the information. And yet the general public thinks they can just do it themselves. Like, well, I'll find this.
Absolutely.
They're just looking for more information. Just tell me the answer to my question. So if you throw a bunch of industry jargon at them, like,
Absolutely.
oh, are you pre-approved for an REO home with an REO approved lender?
Absolutely.
They're like, what? I'm like, oh, doesn't everybody know that?
So that's exactly what I do. I had a pharmacist call me, super young girl, was calling around for 6 months. Great price point, she's a pharmacist. Did just that, through a bunch of lingo, real estate, and she was like, oh my God, you know everything, Kim. I'm thinking, not really, but it looks like I do, because it was, you can't buy this, you can't do this, you know, blah, 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 blah. And pictures, like every house I look at, the pictures look great, but yeah, because they have a long camera, that blah, 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 but what? I didn't know what I was talking about. Sure looked like I did, but really, I mean, that's the way, who is the expert? It's not the consumer, it's you, right? Okay, so so how do you find homes? How does the consumer find homes? Internet. Signs. Yep. And then your social media. Yeah, this one, your neighbors. The neighbors are actually the best people, because they're nosy. You know, they're nosy. So if you have a home next to, you know, a home for sale, know that your neighbors are telling everybody and their brother, the Jones are selling, my house is better than theirs. Theirs doesn't have a finished basement. They don't have a swimming pool. I've got all that, so mine's worth $100,000. Those are the people you want to communicate to. You know, you want to send them the posters, you want to door knock them, you want to let them know what the house. Let them pick the neighborhood, right? So if you have an open house, I don't know if you do this, Dan, do you do a special neighborhood one? Like an hour before, have like the neighborhoods? I heard some people started doing that.
I've never done that.
I've never done
But
that.
I do invite all the neighbors.
Yeah, so you want to invite the neighbors. Sometimes I heard like some people will invite the neighbors and say, hey, they'll door knock. It gives them a reason to door knock. Hey, I'm having an open house Sunday at, you know, the Joneses next door. I'm opening up just for the neighbors from 12 to 1. And then from 1 to 3, it'll be open to the public. But I just want to give the neighbors a chance to come and view the Joneses house. We're gonna have some cookies and sandwiches for you guys. You look like a rock star, right? If somebody knocks on my door and says, listen, I'm just inviting you, I'd be like, cool, what do you have? Right? And I bring my kids and the whole, you know, and then I tell my girlfriend down the street, hey, Jones got an open invitation with Subway. I mean, that's just how, I mean, I'm just saying what it is, right? That's how we talk. Okay, so, number 2, page 16, show home. So, if you guys haven't shown homes yet, find an agent that you can share. You know, learn how to open up the lockbox, or even do it yourself. And go, you know, I did a lot of rentals prior to doing sales, so this was a great learning experience for me, because I was able to do the lockboxes, the Century codes, all for rental. And if I messed up on it, it was only a couple $100 versus a couple thousand, right? So again, rentals has anybody done any rentals up there? Julie, I've done them. Perfect. What do you think about it?
I don't prefer them.
Okay. So here's my take on it.
I'm starting to love it. First of all, I'm learning every basis of those things. I like that. And then I'm also loving the fact that these people are gonna pay so much in rent. So they're building my database, and I'm keeping in touch because I want them to buy if they're paying that much in rent. So they're really building on my database. And I could say they'll buy for next year, a year and a half.
So let me just give you a little bit of perspective on rental. Are they time consuming? Yeah. They don't have to be though. And so my husband is a union carpenter, right? He makes $46 an hour, right? I'm a real estate agent. Now, if I have a renter come in and I show them 4 units in 2 hours and they sign a lease, because you know there's not a whole hell of a lot out there for that, and the commission is half of $1,200, right? And that's on the low end. I get 600 of that, right? and then the leasing agent gets, or whatever, gets the other 6, right? So I just made $300 in 1 hour. 2 hours, I made 600. My husband works half a week to do that. But I'm too good for rentals. Not a chance. I still do them today. Because, you know what, there's no way.
Those two, what stuck out was, those people aren't gonna rent forever, so how many of those rentals you first started out with, you lived in sold houses too?
I had 6, when I first started, I had 6 people contact, no, it was more than that. Because I converted 6 of them. I had a agent come to me and said, listen, Kim, I'm getting too many rental leads. This is when I first started. I'm getting too many rental leads. Will you filter them out? You can keep whoever you have. And I want to say I had 100, if not more, leads. But I didn't have any business. I was a brand new agent. I went through all of them. 2 of them ended up renting something else. Nothing ever rented the house that I was taking them for. 6 people converted into buyers. 6 buyers out of that crop and 2 rentals. So, you know, when people say, oh, rentals and this and that, I always go back to my husband makes $46 an hour. I made $300. That's on the low end. Most are paying, if you're gonna get $1,800 rental and you're making $900 and you spend 3 hours with that person, it's a lot of money when you break it down in an hour, hourly, you know. So I still do them today. Julie's starting to do a bunch of them. So, I mean, they're an option and they're quick. You're paid in 30 days. You just made $600 a year, you know. So if you
It's
did,
all part of the relationship building part of this business.
Absolutely.
And like, you provide them good service and good relationship with them, and a month later, their aunt needs to sell her house. They're gonna call.
absolutely. Because you know what? Out of 9 agents or 10 agents that they've talked to, only 1 helped them. And guess who like Dan said, who they gonna build a relationship with me? Because I'm the only one that helped them because everybody else was too good and didn't want to bother with them. So it's not, you know, again, break it down hourly. If you work at, you know, my girlfriend makes 20, one of my best friends, 25, 26 bucks an hour. So office manager. That's wonderful. She just got her leasing license. I gave her 2 rental leads. She made more on those 2 rental leads than she made in 2 weeks at work. So, I mean, it worked. It worked. Just another way, again, that to build your database and to build that relationship with them. If you're the expert and you're the go-to, guess how many people they're sending your way? Everybody would know.
It's never about just that one deal. The
Absolutely.
value of your database is that they're going to provide you with deals from their friends and their families for a life.
Absolutely. So you want to be, what do they say?
They're forever.
You're a forever agent. You want to be their friend. I just, 2 weeks ago, went to a wedding. So I had a client who I sold a condo to. She was a buyer. There was a for sale by owner across the way that I walked to, knocked on her door. She hired, you know, it took me a little while. She hired me. I got another client, so I dual agent on that one. So I had a buyer, walked across the hall, got the listing, another buyer came in. Those 2 became best friends, and we just went to their wedding that Saturday. So I went with my client as the buyer to our other client's wedding. And guess how old they are? 26. Guess how many of their friends stood up in the wedding? Guess who I was introduced as? Guess who the girl I was sitting with? This is my buyer, Kim's the real estate agent, blah, blah, blah. It's about building that relationship.
What's awesome about that is that you didn't even have to like tell people you're a real estate agent.
Absolutely not.
They were just like, who's that? Like, this is my realtor, she's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I had another buyer come doing the inspection last week. He brought his father, who happens to be looking for a house, said, this is Kim, she's the best agent we found. And I didn't say a word. I was like, well, but when I'm done with that, we can go right on to that. So, any questions on that? Okay, so let's go to page 18, how buyers view homes. So one of the most important parts of preparing your buyers to evaluate the home is to help them understand the things they should look past. As you ask buyers for their comments on homes, help them to distinguish between the things they like and they didn't like. If their dislikes are things like the yard size, structure of the home, things that cannot easily be changed, ask them if it's a deal breaker. Always, always, when I'm with my clients, after every single house, because I feel like that's my personality, and I can feel them all. I always say to my clients, what do you think? That's my question. What do you think? Oh my God, I hated the basement. I don't care what they say. Here's my thing. Yeah, I like it. Because I'm not going to stand there with them. Do you know what I mean? And say, now even if I hate it, they're like, oh my God, it's suitable. I love it. I love this. I'm like, oh my God, it's super cute. You know what you can do with this thing? Because we're friends, right? We're friends. Yeah.
If I don't like it, I'm trying to say, yeah, it's good, but it's not.
Here's what I say. I just say, look, if I love it, you'll know that I love it. I'm like, oh, this is like, shit. You know, like, oh my God. If I'm okay with that, I'm like, that's super cute. Because I don't have to live there, right? If they like it and it matches their wants and their needs, and it's in their price range, could be something, you know, I could bring them to a split level, which I love. And they go, Kim, I hate split level. I mean, it's just, you know, although the younger first-time home buyers, I will point stuff out because I want to make sure that I really am doing them a service. Like, listen, I smell water down here. You know, then it's up to them to move forward. Or I could say, you know, it's going to take you, you know, cabinets are old, know that, you know, whatever. So if they ask me, and it depends what's wrong with the house. Really, if I smell water or something that I know is going to cost them large amounts of money, then I will say. Because I would rather keep looking with them than I had Mark's cousin, the guy, the lender. We bought a house in Crete. It's his first house, single. He's got a 4-year-old little girl. We had an inspection. We did our due diligence. He went in there, ripped down the paneling. It was all mold. All over. He didn't even move in. Still working there. That was like 3 months ago. So you don't always, and it didn't smell. And I'm sure the sellers didn't know because it didn't smell, and it was an old man who, I mean, okay, so let's go to page 18, financial homes, your home tour checklist. This is great. Now, if you guys can have one of these, like this is a good thing to make a copy of. Does everybody have this? Mm-hmm. And just keep it in your folder. I don't know, I'm old school when it comes to real estate a little bit, so Dad's probably gonna hate my guts for saying this, but I keep a folder with paper, and I give them paper with a folder in it. So because then I always have a listing with me, so I can say yes or no on it, like they love this, yes, no, and then it kind of shows me the word that we're gonna see home. This is great for you for a home tour checklist, like property, view, lot size, landscaping, square footage, number of bedrooms. Now you're not going to go through every one of these, but like number of bedrooms, what you think, you know, these are good to have with you. Or you could even give this to them, to like put this in their folder too, so they can make a checklist. A lot of them will write on theirs. They always have a clipboard in your folder. And it's a good sign when they have all that. Like when I see my clients come with my folder and my clipboard, because they're ready. Okay, so page 19, tour of the home. So ring the doorbell even if the home has a lockbox. Always not ringing, unless you know it's always. The property.
Everybody too.
Yeah. If it's a,
Yeah.
I do it anyway. If somebody's in there, a squatter, they can run a back door or something.
Yeah.
Crackhead.
That actually happens.
That's happened to me too.
Yeah.
Some smoke crack downstairs.
I was at the front door, and they were running out the back.
I had someone not hear me, and they were smoking pipe downstairs. I was like, oh,
He
turned around and they just left, I was like, come on, sorry.
But I told them to leave, I was like, get up, go, bye.
Yeah.
And I.
I didn't make you guys sleep at one time though, too. Tilly Park walked in. I was like, oh. What do you say? You know, and I'm so facial. Like my expressions are, I was like. That's all I said. Oh, she was laying in bed, I was sleeping. I was like, oh, I'm thinking to myself, I just see what I thought I love, I'm like, I'm sleeping. It's the poor clients, they're like, oh, let's go. Yeah. Okay, so ring the doorbell. I guess if you have squatters or, you know what I mean, depends where you are, absolutely. Record your own comments on the copy of your MLS. Have your buyers give descriptive names to help them visualize the home. They will. So like, this is the house with the pool. This is the house with the nice kitchen. It's no, we can't help. While touring properties, avoid making comments. Let your buyers come to their own conclusions. Instead, ask questions. You want to get inside their heads to determine if the home is really a match for what they want. Try asking, what would you change about this house? This can give you the knowledge you need to get them the proper home. And I think summing this up, you know, what did you think? I mean, for me, what did you think? And I qualify mine well, that when they start sending me stuff and checking off things, I instantly know this isn't what we're doing. They're just starting to get either A, desperate, B, they want to see something about the kitchen or the bathroom that they, you know, when I know that it's completely not what they want. And what I do, I have them compile probably anywhere between 5 to 10 homes, and I sort them out. I sort them out as the expert. And sometimes I will bring the extra sheets that they send me and say, hey, look at this, the kitchen's only 10 by 12. You needed, you know, that you said that's where your family sits most of it. This isn't gonna work. Or you said you needed 2 bathrooms and you sent me this house because you got 6 kids and this only has 1 bathroom. Because I'm not gonna spend 4 hours showing them homes and only 2 fit their criteria, right? Just because we want to be looky-loo. So I have them send me the list of what they like, and then I go through it as their agent. Again, I just ask them at the end, what did you think of the house? Is this something that you guys? No, I didn't think so. And I just say it. I didn't think so. And they're usually pretty good. You know, people are pretty honest unless you get a tight-lipped couple. But most of them are like, oh my God, did you see the backyard? It's overgrown. And you're like, oh, I know. I can't believe it. Who would do that? You should see mine. Okay, so then help buyers identify their perfect home by pointing out the benefits, not the features, that align with the needs, wants, and values you have already. Everybody gets that, right? So you needed a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I know working with you or from speaking with you, you have to have an updated kitchen, nothing else has to be updated. This is what we have. And a lot of times people they're not dumb anymore. You know what I mean? They've done know this. When you're taking people out, buyers, they've been in the market. Their search started a month prior to them coming to you. So they're looking online, even if they find you off a sign for a referral, know that they've been looking. If they know that they want to be in Tinley Park, if they want to be in Orland, they're already looking, you know, so it's up to you to make sure you know, just kind of narrow that down for them. And you'll know after the first house what your client likes, first house. Then you can know you can scratch off the 10 you have. Have the buyers rank the house. This is up to you. If you want, after every house, what do you give that house? 4 or 5? It's up to you. How you want to do it. Me, I just ask them what you think. Yeah. Then finally ask the buyers, do you see yourself living here? Follow up with why or why not. If they respond affirmatively, ask, are you ready to make an offer? Now, I will say this, working with buyers, you guys, and Dan, you can agree, Julie, anybody who walks in, you know if your client loves it, right? They love it. This is the, by the time they walk halfway through the house, they love the house. Then you know that house is for them, right? And it's your job to gauge them after that. But you'll know if they love it. I haven't had somebody come to me and say, well, Kim showed me 8 houses and I kind of like that one, so never, you'll never hear it. Because, and if they did, I would say, no, we are not making an offer because this is the biggest purchase of your life. And I'm not going to be the agent that does that. You know, I want you to have that wow factor. Any questions on that? Awesome. Great. Moving on, 20, home touring etiquette. As a professional agent, it's important that you observe basic etiquette when showing homes to your buyers. Leave the home as you found it, including lights and AC. Be sure to look for and observe all its rolling notes and MLS given by the listing agent. Be mindful of pets when opening exterior doors going into the backyard. Leave a card on the counter to let the seller know you were there. Make sure to lock the house and secure it when you leave. Notify the listing agent if you notice anything wrong. Super nice, go in, make it a habit. Drop the card. If you gotta turn on the light, a lot of them will leave them on. If not, shut the lights. You know, leave the house how you found it. That's it. This is etiquette, it's just proper. If you have somebody living there, and provide feedback. It's so frustrating as the listing agent that, you know, your seller will call and say, hey, we had 3 showings and one left a business card. Did the other ones call? Or did the other ones come? Same with feedback. When people don't do it, we don't know how to gauge our sellers. And that is imperative for us for price reduction. You know, do you need to paint? Whatever. When people, it's so frustrating. I always, if I show your listing, you're getting feedback. You're getting a card left there unless that works. Then you don't get it. But you just be courteous. It's not rocket science. Again, it's not rocket science. Okay, 21, your turn, benefits. Working with a partner, use the chart below to list 3 common home features you might want a buyer to notice. New roof, fireplace, list the benefits of the feature. When called upon, stand up and read. Okay. So, this, you don't need, the way that I feel with this, it's not rocket science, right? So, if you walk in a house and you love it, oh my gosh, look at the yard. You know, look at the kitchen, it's beautiful. Floors are, I mean, that's naturally gonna come to you. You're gonna walk in and be like, floor, Julie, it is exactly what you wanted, bamboo, and oh my God, it was awesome. So you're gonna know all that. You know, when you're with your clients and you know that they want, you know, white cabinets, and you see white cabinets, you're like, right? I mean, and then I always, when I'm with my clients and I walk in the door, whether it's vacant or occupied, I bring my clients in, I first go and drop my card off, and I kind of let them go, right? So I let them go, I drop my car up, and then I start to look around, right? Like, I look at the ceilings, I look at the windows, I look, because I do a lot of first-time home buyers. So I'm not moving somebody in that has 35-year-old, right? Or if I see a spot on the ceiling and they love it, no, all that stuff's gonna be corrected and or compensated. Because you, again, you don't wanna be the realtor that's all in the house with the mold, right? So when I walk in, put my car down, let them kind of go, and I meet up with them throughout the house. Always, always, if I can give you any tip, go to the wife. Go to the wife, right? I don't care if her name's on the pre-approval, and I don't care if her name's gonna be on the title or not on the title. When I meet people and they have their wife, so it's the husband and the wife, it's never the husband. It's always the wife. And this, and I'm gonna, everything that I teach and show you guys is really life experience. You will never see me go like I would go out on a Friday night. This is how I go. This is how I go meet all my clients. Was it enough? For the most part. Never am I gonna go with my hair long and my, you know, my extensions hanging out, the full face makeup, and tight cheek. It's always hair up, a little bit of makeup, and I'm speaking for the wife. Because I will never have somebody come back and say, we ain't working with that realtor. And it's happened. And it's happened, really? So if you think, so my girlfriend always tells me she owns a construction business. She has no women in her office. And I'm always like, you got 14 men in here. I'm like, what? They type. And she's like, you think I'm running as a 25-year-old broad in here? She's like, would you do that with your husband? And I thought, good. And she said it to me about 4 years ago. And I never forgot it. And I thought, no, I wouldn't. Would I? I mean, I probably would.
Right, I mean, I doesn't bother me. Right.
I everybody's different. But it's true. Go in there. So just do a little experiment for me.
Yeah.
I'm like this, she's not, she's Arabian too. Huh? But she doesn't feel comfortable.
Only because of what you wore, right? Is it because of what you wore?
And she has a house, I think, open house for her for free first. And her husband said that he will list it with me, but she's not.
What
She
happened?
sent me a message, no, we will have another one. Yeah.
So, one time. Stop. That's when you walk
And I told
him. You really, although it sounds crazy, but it's true. So a friend of mine from Boy Scouts used to be a sphere on. Calls me, he's like, Ken, we're gonna sell my house. He's like, and she's a friend of mine now, but they were in my Boy Scouts. Mom has MS in a wheelchair, she's wheelchair bound. So every house that we had to go to was me and him, right? She couldn't move. So I purposely would wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Although I knew them anyways, and probably would have worn it anyway, I purposely did that because first of all, I don't need to dress up. It's me and him. She's at home. It's snowing out, whatever. Do you know, I walked into her house and her neighbor came over and said, who is that? Oh, what are you guys doing? She said, that's my realtor. She said, that's your realtor? And the lady said, yes, it is. And I like it that way because she's with my husband 3 to 4 hours a night. You know, I don't need a lady in pumps and a tight pencil skirt showing my husband around. You know, I'm in. Really? She's trusting. Not saying that anything would, but who knows? I mean, you don't ever wanna, it is true, you know?
I positive, we were looking in the dead of winter. I wouldn't do that anyway,
But she was comfortable with that. She was comfortable with my hair in a ponytail, that it's however comfortable.
They can do more than
Right? I'm not too happy. She's okay, yeah, she was hung up on something.
Yeah.
She was hung up on
Yeah, that was something else.
It doesn't matter what you have.
I'm managing.
And that's what, my girlfriend is the same way, owns a construction company, more money than that, husband's never straight. Yeah. But she ain't hiring no women.
Mom didn't have it.
She ain't hiring no women because she ain't having her husband cough all day long. I'm like, all right, Reverend. You know, but it's just some people, so I just play it safe. I'm the woman's friend. I'm the man's friend.
Right. Because half the time anyways, you guys, as you get into business,
The man's at work, the woman's at home, she's the one online looking, she's the one you're gonna start communicating. So she's gonna send you the 4 addresses that you're gonna meet with tonight. She ultimately is going to be the decision maker, right? She's the one who has to cook, she's the one who has to clean, she's the one that's gonna be at the house most of the time, you know what I mean? So she's always gonna be the decision maker. So me, I direct everything to the woman. Because I know if that was me and my husband, I'm making the decisions. Yeah, I'm the one who's, I don't care what, I'm the one who's making it, for the most part. You know, we can discuss it, but in the end.
We can discuss it, I can listen to it,
Again, here it is. See, we don't even need this book. Page 22. Page 20, recognizing buying signals as you tour the home. So some of the most common buying signals are listed below: your body language, facial expressions. Ask about the seller's motivation. Asking detailed questions such as about seller's disclosures for taxes. Now, guys, every time you go in, you have that MLS sheet, right? So your taxes are gonna be there, if it's condo, your HOAs are gonna be there, everything is gonna be there for you guys. You'll know, again, like I said earlier, you'll know when it's their house. You'll know as soon as they walk in, they're like, I love it, this is great. Again, you're not gonna have somebody say, hey, I'll just take this one, go ahead and write it up. It's never gonna happen. Unless you've got somebody who does investments. That's a whole other can of worms. So, any questions on that? Any questions on anything I've discussed? Is this helpful to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So 23, buy and show homes. We love it. All right. Okay, so objections. We'll just kind of browse through some of these. Let's just go there. We love it, but we haven't seen enough properties yet. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, my role is your buyer specialist, and the reason why we met for a consultation is to sort through the homes and meet your criteria and only show you the best available homes, the cream of the crop. And the best homes on the market go fast, usually in 1, maybe 2 days. If you love this home, chances are someone else does too. Are you willing to lose the perfect home for you, your wow home, the one you will absolutely love, just so you can see everything out there? You can really sum this up real quick. What I do, and you guys will do the same. So I have a client called me, has to move, and this is gonna happen for you guys. I showed her, she wanted to be in Midlothian. Her price point was $150,000, wasn't big. I pulled everything in her price range, which were 4. And I showed her, hey, Jess, these are the 4 that we have. That's it. Only 4. Okay, are you sure you want to be here? You know, we can creep on over to Oak Forest, see what's up. No, Kim, I won't be able to see my brother is in the boat. Okay, great, show her the 4 houses. She calls me and says, I want to see 2 more. And I said, when do you want to see the other 2? And I know in my head, if I didn't pull them, something was wrong. You know, if there was something wrong. I go, all right, I'll meet you over there now. So I go and show her the 2. I come back and I said, I showed you what we had, John. And she's like, all right, Ken, we made an offer on the very first house she seen. And that's because when she walked into that one, she was like, it has everything I need. It has 3 bedrooms, it has 2 bathrooms, it has a full kitchen, it has the living, and it has a fenced-in, beautiful yard. I didn't mean to run out in that hour, but at that point, she was close enough to me, and at that point, I was there to me. You know what I mean? Like, I showed you everything, and I wanted her to write on it, because I knew that it would be gone. So I did the extra step for her and showed her the 2 right away, the very next day. So, you know, you're gonna have, you guys gauge on what you want to do. You know, me, if it's in my reach, I'll do it.
You learn too that the way a client treats you, you want to be more open to them, you know? If a client is nasty, rude to you, you're not gonna jump when they say jump. You know, but if it's a family friend and you're out somewhere and you're in sweats and something, you know, and in connection, we make it happen.
Absolutely.
We make it happen. But we're more to make it happen if somebody gives us respect and is nicer to us.
And here's the other thing too, if they're understanding, so when I first got into the business and first got busy and stuff, my whole life just revolved around work, right? So I constantly was going, I probably had 5, 6 clients. Remember, Julie, when we were, remember back then? So about 5 years ago, I would have 5 or 6 clients every single day. And I would be running like a mad woman. I remember, I'll never forget, I had a minivan.
She wouldn't take my phone calls. That's why I became a real estate agent.
So, yeah. So I was driving a minivan, guzzling gas, like it was insane. But anyway, after I closed probably 4 or 5 years, I went out and bought myself a nice little 4-cylinder car that I can drive, you know, and find. And I started to make a schedule as much as I could. So only on, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I can show from 1 to 4. Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm gonna go from 3 to 9 because I was running so much. So you guys will have, you know, in the beginning, we just want to be busy, you know, and believe you me, what does it say? It takes 3 years to build your business. So know that for a couple of years you're going to be working. But that's what you want. You know, you want to be busy. You want to, you know, but just know you have to start to make a schedule. You know, this show clients from 6 to 9. Today I got 3 people starting at 4. You know, but I'm okay with that.
Because I had to tell her to make personal time.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if you want me to talk about it. If she gets too busy, her body, even though it doesn't know it's stress, it will react to that. Like, she'll get like a biting will pop in her eye, or she'll get sick, or something will happen. So I have to remind her, breathe and do something for yourself. I'll take her for a massage or with her pedicure, just so she can take a second and breathe, because she's full blown in her job. That's why she's great at what she does.
And then I get sick. Like I'm sick. Like, oh, I can't believe I got a cold sore as big as my nose. Or, you know, literally. Like, oh my, she's like, I told ya.
When you take what was the last time you took the whole day off? I said, oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God. So you'll know, and you'll get to understand it. And the clients, if they like you guys, they will work with you. they'll work around you, too, you're great at scheduling. They will work around you.
I never tell them I have, like, oh, I have my daughter's tennis meet, or I never tell them anything family, I said, I already have appointments scheduled. They don't even know.
Absolutely.
So never tell them, oh, I have to go, like, no, never tell me something personal, just say you're booking it.
I have this time and this time. Okay, page 24, bring your buyers to a decision. Yay, so we have leads, so this is a funnel, what we call our funnel. We have the leads, appointments, agreements, contracts. And payday. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure I don't have to tell, I'm sure I don't have to explain that. Get a lead, get an appointment, make the agreements, write the contract, and then you close. It's where do you get the leads is the most important thing, right? Decision-making process, page 25. Each time you show a new property, ask your buyer to rank that property. We went over that 4 pages ago, did we not? Okay. Again, you're gonna know when your client likes a house. If you have built a rapport with them, they are gonna tell you what they like. Kim, this is it. I mean, I can walk in with my clients, I know by the smile on their face. And I know when they hate it, and again, once you get to talk to them, you qualify them properly. I don't care if you do it in person or if you do it over the phone, it's completely up to you. But you should know what they like, right? So again, my little pharmacist, I know she's single, she's young, she keeps dragging me to these houses that are weekend. That's not gonna happen. She wants a brand new house or a brand new house. Well, she can't afford the house yet, so now I'm back to where I was with her a week ago. Stick with the townhouses, if you want a penthouse, we can afford a penthouse, condo. We can't afford a brand new build. And you keep trying to, and then she said to me last week, Kim, I'm getting discouraged. It's my fault. Because I'm taking her to what she wants to see when I know that's not what she wants. So I said, let's take a week off. We're gonna regroup. I am gonna send you brand new build, townhouses, penthouses in the area up to 4.
But is she on the front door?
She can buy a rehab, but she don't want an old house that's rehab. There's always something wrong. Like, they did a shady job in there, or the kitchen's not big enough. And then we'll go to a new build, she'll be like, this is $500. No, we're not. Could she afford it? Do I think she would be happy if she needs it as a single pharmacist? Absolutely not. What do you need a 3,000 square foot brand new house for? With no sod. You have to sod it. Like it just doesn't. It's not, I know that, it's not, let's do 3-story, brand new penthouse condo. It's in your price range, it has a garage, it has laundry, you can afford it. If you get married, you can sell it and buy something else. Right? So, she's a perfect example of running the brag to where I was like, stop. Last week I was like, stop, this isn't, we're not. So now I get a message every other day. I'm still looking. I didn't find anything. Like, that's okay. Let's expand our search. And I keep expanding it because maybe she'll like something in Royal Park versus Kansas. Like, we'll see. Okay, so that's decision-making process. You guys are gonna know. Boom, right off the bat. Do they like it? Don't they? Watch the video, create buyer urgency. You don't need to do that. You're gonna know. If your client goes and gets pre-approved and they're sending you listings and they're talking to you, they're ready to go. Page 27. What? No offers? If your buyer does not want to make an offer on any of the properties you show, make sure you understand why. They're gonna tell you, the basement has water, Kim, we hate it. Kim, this one is too far from the expressway, even though it's super nice, it's gonna add an hour to my commute. Okay, great, keep it moving. So they're gonna tell you, and that's what I just had, Julie was on your listing. Remember, I said, I got clients, I wanted you, put in the listing. And I texted, she's like, oh my God, great. Then they Googled it, she's like, can you add another 40 minutes to in from? That's a long time. So they're gonna tell you right away. Then you never wanna let them off the hook after that, right? So you wanna completely lose them. So if you had 1 or 2 days of negative showings, it doesn't work, I don't like it. So you always wanna make sure you never wanna lose them, right? So 2 days of bad booking, you let them take a day off because they're probably discouraged, and you call them or you text them, whatever your means of communication with them. You just say, hey, did you see the new list that came out today? I was just thinking about you. How about if we try a different area, you know, whatever, different area or maybe a different type of house, something.
Can I add something? I noticed that almost every time I come out, I'm gonna go out, I have some good days where everything looks nice and there's options, and there's some where it's just not even close. As an agent, you have to keep your head up and just keep them going through it, you know, to the appointments, to win the next one. Because you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days.
And here's the thing with that, you guys, good days and bad days, if you have enough people in your pipeline that you're busy, you know what I mean, and you have enough buyers or sellers or whatever, you won't have such bad days, right? So if that client can't find something, you've got 2 more on the hook, and you find 2, and then that one doesn't, do you know what I mean? Is the more people you have, the more you have in your pipeline, the better. And that's all about finding business and leads and working every day so that doesn't happen to you. Some days you will find just crap. It is what it is. Any questions, guys? Any on these scripts? So 27, so 28 is what if price drops? What if prices drop? I will tell you right now, they are not dropping. We'll get a little bit of seasonality here, but it's not gonna be much because the inventory is still low. So there's, for every house that's decent, there's 3 buyers.
Right? Do your research too, because a lot of these people watch HGTV and the house is listed for 150, and they're like, I'm gonna go in at 105. You know, Ken told me this back before, well, this year, you know, most of the houses, I think what they said here, the average is 97% of the houses, you know, so it's not HGTV. You can advise them the best you can not to go in that low, and then you'll probably insult the seller, and they're probably not gonna, what's that called, counter. So you have to advise them. So I had a contract where they wanted me to, I think it's okay when I laughed at this. We were still far apart. I think we were still like $20,000 apart in negotiating, and they wanted me to just take $100. And we're supposed to present, I was like, that's insulting them. You're gonna kill the deal right there. We don't go back with just $100. If you were closer, maybe, but not $100. You're there, and I tell my clients too, I'm the buffer in between you, and if I have a buyer, I'm the buffer in between you and the seller. Sometimes I'm here to help you make those decisions to get you the house you like. Because they go off of emotions.
Totally. It's an emotional time for people. You know, we take it as a transaction. Right? We take it as a transaction. To them, it's the biggest purchase of their life. And I think too, where a lot of us get lost, and just always remember this, to be a good agent, you have to care. How long is that? Literally, I was so busy at one point when we were that I was like, I would snap. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I don't care what they want, blah, blah, blah. And it's not till you take a step back, reevaluate where you're coming from and why you're looking, right? So I forgot somebody said something to me a couple weeks ago. I was in a class and somebody said, like, I forgot what it was, but I was sitting here and I was like, holy shit, you know, your business is down, your team fell apart, you're not making the money that you should. And why? Somebody said something standing here and my whole attitude. And I was like, because this is a person-to-person transaction, right? Kim, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're short with them. And that's my fault. That's my fault. That was a reality check to me. That means, A, I'm not taking care of myself. I've got too much on my plate. I'm delegating enough. I'm stressed out. Taking it on my people.
That's when you went back to working with buyers also, though, because you were just working with the sellers who were just, it felt like you were against each other.
Yes.
It's so cute. And then
That's right.
you went to working with somebody who said, this is what I needed, to have people who like me being there. Like working together, so.
Because sellers are hard. Although it drives the market, but it's up, no price, unrealistic. Nobody wants to drop the price. It's a jump and you want, it's like, wow. So, it's, But anyways, moral of that story is, again, step back, regroup, remember why you're doing this and what they're doing. Everybody, Mark said it up here, I just heard part of it when he said, you get paid a good dollar to do what you're doing, do it right. And some people go in different directions. No, you might like listings better, some might like buyers better. I like buyers only because I'm on a personality scale. We used to do like you're a high D, a high I. So I'm a high I followed with a D. That means I'm very inquisitive, informative. I want to like you, you want to like me. Follow with a D. That's like competitive. So in order for me to be competitive, I have to be informative, and I want that. I want you to like me. I want me to be your go-to. Right? Does that make sense? Which most successful buyers agents and realtors are. So, so I could go on down the rabbit hole with that. But anyway, any questions on buyers? So we got a half hour left, you guys. This is pretty much the end of this. We're at the end. And there's buyer's objections, regroup, customer experience, focus.
They let us out early before they wrap up and just say your question and answers.
That's what I'm doing right now. I feel like these keep going and they're repetitive, So I'm just gonna open it up to you guys to ask me any questions you want. If you need any information, please feel free. We'll just spend the last of the last with your questions.
Where did you get the rental market? Where is that? Is that in the MLS too?
Yeah, you can find like the rentals.
And also the fee or what we get paid. How does that work with us being coming here?
So you're gonna find it at the co-op, at the percentage on the bottom, what they're willing to pay. Another great rental, I did this when I first got into business. I went to Vistaprint. And you can design postcards for rentals to see how much, and they will send you a whole list of rentals in the area.
Vistaprint?
It's cheap too. Yeah.
So they'll provide you with.
Yep, they'll provide you with a list that they sent. How awesome would that be that they get a postcard from you and then a phone call that says, hey, you looking to buy or sell? or hey, I'm having a buyer seminar for your church. So you pull a list of Vistaprint, send them all postcards, hook up with a lender, that'll do it for you.
Does Vistaprint charge for that? Does Vistaprint charge? What kind of a list do they provide you, with names and addresses or
Yep,
emails
name,
or?
address, email, phone number, they used to provide it all. I don't know if they still do, it's kind of.
You take rentals too?
I used to do rentals, and I would send out postcards that said buy versus rent. Or, you know what I mean, like, what the benefits of buying versus rent, they're paying the same thing. You know, if they need credit repair, but here's the thing, it's a little bit of work, because you're gonna send them to the lender that's gonna do credit repair, or you can tell them.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you send out 100 postcards and call 100 people, and you get one person, that's $4,000 or $5,000 commission.
So do most lenders work with credit repair people?
They know somebody who does. Yeah, they know. And if you get a good lender, they'll tell them what to do. They'll tell them what to do. Any other questions? Any questions on buyers? Leads, how do you get leads for
Yeah,
buyers?
that's fine, that's-
Yeah, so, best way is you're gonna work your open house. If you don't wanna spend any money, if you're brand new and don't wanna spend a dime, do Cole Resources, pick a listing from somebody in here in the office and start the circle process. Because somebody's gonna know something. Your sphere is gonna be huge.
You know, I know that we got a Cole Realty class like for an hour coming up in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But can you expound upon Cole Realty or how
I
that
was gonna
works?
say, she opened it to show like the new.
So
people.
Cole, I don't even know if I can get it.
I know Cole, I just got another broker I know, he sent me the Reman, app, the lead for that. And that's something new.
The Remind, that's on
Remind.
MLS.
Oh, good.
But they have
It's an app, you can pull it up, that's all on MLS,
okay.
that's part of your.
No, that's Remind. That's something
I know that. They
This is
got,
something different, which one?
Cole, C-O-L-E.
Yeah.
Cole.
That's the do not call listing, right?
No, that's where you get names and addresses at. They have it here.
Oh, they have it on hold too, because that was another question I had. For the foreign sale by owners, I was sending a card, a note card, what do I address?
for the for sale by owners.
Yeah.
But,
Because how would I get their name? I don't,
That's in,
on the
that's on
phone.
you have
Remind.
to pay for those.
Hmm.
So here's the best thing that I can tell you about for sale by owners. Best thing I can tell you, go to Zillow, go to your for sale by owners,
Mhm.
or go to the website forsalebyowner.com and start calling from there.
See, they have the addresses, their phone numbers, but I have no name.
You can just say hi,
MLS.
that's what you do. Just call
So
them,
how I
"Hi."
address the envelope? I know what I call.
Just put, what do they do?
Current
Resident,
homeowner.
Current homeowner.
Okay.
And then what you should do with that is, I forgot, what is the,
Sometimes you can go to, the county CCR, you can find the name.
the name, or you can look it up on the tax records. So you can look on the MLS and Ravini, or go to Cook County or Will County taxes, and it'll get it.
I'll get the
I would just put current resident, because
You know how long it would take you to,
Right.
and do you really care about?
That's how I mean, I'm in person. Current homeowner.
Yeah. Homeowner or resident, whatever. I'm trying to think what else. So otherwise you can purchase lists for expires for sale by owners too, through Mojo, Vulcan, Rad-X, Landway. So those are some of the ones that they use here.
So in MLS with expires, they don't give their names either, right?
They'll tell you what's expired.
Right.
But they don't give you,
Phone number.
yeah, the phone
you
number.
They
can
just
click
give
and
you that.
Remind to see, and then you still gotta go to the tax bill, and it'll show you.
Yeah,
It'll show you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you get back to how Cole Realty works? I mean, I
So
know we have a couple faster, but that's not for like a couple, 2-3 weeks now.
So Cole Realty is a service, because you can pay for it, or the office supplies. I haven't been on it, because I've purchased.
No, I mean, I've been on it, I mean, the office
so
pays
here's
for
what you
it.
do.
I mean, I'm
So
familiar with that, but I
then-
just don't know, like, what do you do with it?
So you can circle prospect with it. You can circle prospect for open houses with it. So what you do, so if you're doing an open house, let's say for Dan Kenny in Homer Pond. So you go there, you put in that address, and you pull up like 0.5 half-mile radius. And it'll pull up all the addresses, names, and phone numbers. And then you sit and you call. Hey, there's an open house at 123 Main Street. We'd like to personally invite you to come see it. It's a 4-bedroom, whatever. Whatever your, there's in the script book, whatever your spiel is, whatever your script is. Or circle prospecting, which is great. There's a guy here, Kevin Glovac, who makes his whole entire living off of circle prospecting.
What is that again?
Circle prospecting. So what he does is he pulls a listing, you can see him, you go in his office one day and listen to him, it's the same spiel that he's had for 5 years. Hi, this is Kevin Glovac. I just listed a house at 123 Main Street. Do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? Makes over $100,000 a year doing that. Circle prospect. So it works. Again, you have to be diligent in doing it. Not all of us are. God knows I'm not either.
And if you don't have a house to like prospect with, just ask any agent here. They'd be
Absolutely.
happy to give you their listing for you to call and around.
Because they want to sell it. So the more people that know about it, the more word of mouth it is. So anybody around here, whatever area you want to be, look on the MLS and see if it's Keller Williams preferred. Call that agent and say, hey, listen, can I circle prospect your house at 123 Main Street? And I guarantee you, nobody's going to say no. Every one of us are going to be like, yep, go ahead, do it. So Cole is used for open houses, circle prospecting, mostly.
Any information about that house that is either it's fresh to the market, it just sold, because
yeah,
if the
just
house
listed,
just
just
sold in a short amount of time, they may consider, whoa, that house
Did
sold.
you guys, and Ignite, and these folks, did they give you the scripts?
Yeah.
So you have the farming scripts, the open house scripts, spear scripts. That's what you want to start. You want to pick one. So I'm, right now, because I'm just getting back into the grind of things, I am focused and committed on expired. So I have a partner that I script with in the morning for expired. He's all over the board, like, should we do this? Should we do that? Should we do this? My whole goal is to pick something and master it. So if I'm going to work on just expired, I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to do it for a month. And I'm going to hit it hard for a month. I'm going to script practice on it. I'm going to start calling expireds again. I'm going to get the best of the best lists in dialer, because that's what I'm focused on, right? If I was focused on expired and then open houses and then calling my sphere, how do I master it?
Okay.
So you want to master one and move on to the next. That's how I believe you can master them all. You've got to master one at a time.
And that's how you find what you like too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard other people talk about a dialer. Where do you get this dialer at, and how do you go about getting
So
it?
a dialer is the paper. And you can go to Mojo, has the dialers. Arch dialer, so you just look them up online. Google.
And what's the dialer for? What is that?
They call like
3
8
numbers at a time, and then, sorry, yeah.
Did you what now?
It calls like 6 numbers at a time for you, and then it'll pause when one answers and every so you don't have to keep dialing each number yourself.
See, it's
It'll
the
do-
market, that's it.
We use which one is the market? See the market.
So there's a bunch of them. So even if you go to Google and put in phone number, and you just put your list in a CSV file, and then you can upload them into the dialer, and it starts calling automatically.
So once you finish one phone call.
So how much are they? Is it like $50 a month, $1,000 a month, or $800 a month?
And you gotta look, you gotta look. Some of them are $79. A three-way dialer is $199. So it just depends, and it depends on what you're, yeah. So they're all different depending, I think, on the capability of each dialer. I use a single dialer, never used anything more. It's too difficult.
I know, that's
for
what
me.
I think so.
It's too difficult. So, yeah, you have to look at it and research.
I think Coke Realty.
Do they? I don't know. I use Mojo. I like Mojo is my favorite. So, that's the one that
Anything else?
Any other
And
questions?
like the diary we use to, it keeps track of how many people you call.
Yeah, there's a CRM with that comes with.
So that you know.
Oh, Kim, I know what I wanted to ask. Once you start getting these leads coming in, if it's an expired or a buyer or whatever, you wind up having these names and addresses and these phone numbers, yada, yada, yada. So you wake up and all of a sudden it's 3 months later, and let's say you have now these 50 people, whatever, and all various. How do you keep track of your conversation with that person from, say, back in August, like where you left off? Do you do it like you handwrite everything down, or?
Wonderful question. So I have two thoughts on this. Command or the CRM that's out.
Okay,
And Julie and me and my team used to write them. Whoever they talked to, they wrote it down in a book. You don't need to do that. It was a way, I think for everybody new, it's the way to go.
I
Write it.
I like
Write it
command.
down.
I like the command because, like I said, I have some people that just got a rental, but they don't wanna stay there, so they're looking in a year from now. And remember, if they tell you a year from now, you should be calling them 5 to 6 months before. Because
Right.
they're not gonna wait the whole year.
right.
So I have it already set a reminder for January 1st, and I have in there what I'm gonna say. Oh, you should be, better wording. You're gonna be, I know that they're gonna be looking for a new home this upcoming season, this upcoming year. What can I help you with? And then they'll be like, oh, maybe I wanna start like in March or whatever. Okay, I'll be in touch. I'll call February, cut that in half, put a reminder, February 15th.
Yeah, so there's, yeah.
So the reminder is where, like in your iPhone or on a calendar?
In
I've seen that one.
our command.
You know,
Oh, in command.
The notes.
Uh-oh.
So that is called, what you're asking about is a CRM. So that's where you put all your notes, your contact. So when you wake up, it's designed to, when you wake up in the morning, all your tasks are ready, what you need to do, who you need to contact, do you want to run any ads? I mean, it just gets busy.
And that's all in command? Okay.
So what everybody should do, this is what I told my team in the beginning, and I believe this. When you come into this business, you should have a list of your personal sphere, right? 25 people. Put that in command or wherever you're gonna put it. Now pick 5 of those people out of that who are going to be your allied resources, who are going to absolutely, I have a diehard past client who refers me to just everything. I get everything from them, sometimes too much, where I'm like, oh my God, Jill, that again. But I like that because when somebody says real estate, she's on it, right? So you want to buy, what should be, like for me, it should be my past clients, I should have 5. That should be your family, like my husband, my son, that I got him on board now. So it should be 5 people who are closest to you that when they hear real estate, your name should fly out of them. But you should always start with a list of 20 to 25 people. Those are the people you want to market to every day. Those are the people you want to stay in contact. I shouldn't say every day, at least once a week. The 5 you should be hitting every day. Hey, Jill, what you say? And I'm to the point where I just send them stupid like Facebook stuff. Everybody I know is on Facebook. That's my generation, you know, not Instagram or, mine's still Facebook. So I'm, you know, I'm on Facebook. So, yeah, it's, and remember, whoever you meet, if you're at the grocery store, like the bank is huge for me. Like, I instantly walk in that bank, and if I hear somebody, I'm like, hey. And I'm to the point now where they know me. Like, hey, yeah, what's going on? Are you busy? Because I come in with my chats. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you must have a busy month. I'm like, I always got a busy month. Because I want them, when they get somebody who walks in looking for a loan, I want them to refer me.
You can't stop doing the taking pictures.
Take a picture, right? I know all them girls.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I want them to think of me, you know, and when they ask for them stupid donations, like, hey, Kim, you want to spend $1 with us? I'm like, you sure, $10. Because I want, and then they'll put my name right there. You know, so it's just little stuff. And I always put the Neil to real estate. You know, like, I never put my full name. Who cares, right? Most people know is my main name anyway, so I'm here. So I put the Neil team because it's real estate. It's in my area. So that's another huge one. Is what I thought of today. Yeah. Insurance company, who's another good one? Is my insurance agent I've had for 15 years. So he always throws me a gift if I refer somebody. You know, it's, you want to have people like that, right? You know, that are working for you. And how do you get that? You just talk to them. This is what I do. This is how I do it. You know, I started working out with my girlfriend, who's been a personal trainer by my best friend's farmer's school. And I just started working out with her in July. And you know, she's already referred 2 people to me. That's just from being in the gym with her. That I don't want to be there. Yeah, I do not want to be there. It's not something I look forward to. But I learned to over the past couple of months, this is a great place to pick up clients. And she'll, you know, we'll be working out, she got 4 or 5 of us, and she's like, oh, Kim, Nikki's looking for a house in Homer Lawn. I'm like, all right, Nick, we'll talk after, you know, or, you know, Julie's looking for this. And I'm like, I should have done this years ago. I'm trying to be in better shape, more clients. What am I thinking?
Right.
You know, but it's stuff like that you do, like your church and, you know, roller derby and anywhere that they know you, love you, and trust you. You know, and then make sure, you guys, that you have, so set up all your profiles. Go to realtor.com and set up your profile. Go to Zillow and set up your free profile. Go to Command and set it up. Make sure you have a Facebook account, you know, a business account too, and start posting things on there. You know, just all to make sure that you stand out in front of everybody. And here's the other thing, if you have friends that have small businesses, like photography or, you know, I don't even know what else, like jewelry and, you know, bags, my whole entire dresser is filled with that crap. Literally, the thing legs and there's like falling shit everywhere. I'm like, oh, can't find it. You know, I'm wearing the same $2 earrings for 6 months. I can't find anything. But because they do that and I want to support them and I promote them and I help them, I think I just put on my Facebook page 5 things to do to support your friend's small business. And I think like 9 people shared it. That's what you want. You want, you know, and I like me and Julie stayed with a girl who does photography. So Julie's like, hey, Kim, you know, Ashley does it or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so now I have her working for me. She does Julie's stuff, she does my stuff. Who's she gonna think of when she does real estate?
We have another student who does videography because she does weddings.
Oh, yeah.
So, and we promote her, including videos of stuff.
So yeah, it's all about trying to help and stay within your community. You know, they're the ones working this out. Like, who said the PTO? Did you say PTO?
Mm-hmm.
I just told her the other day or last week,
who's ready PTO.
It's like, you're gonna be head of it next year.
Yeah, I said I was gonna be the president, you want to say?
And I was like,
Oh, you gonna say
Oh,
shit
yeah.
then, but PTA, really saying, you ain't gonna have time to do.
So listen, this girl Barbie in our neighborhood, everybody knows her. And she, our older kids went to school, so I've known her for years. So she comes to my house to pick up a basket, and I'm like, hey, Barbie, what's up with the PTO? She's like, I'm leaving next year. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but you seem to promote, dude. She's like, Kim, it is the best networking thing. Like, check me out. I was like, all right. I said, next month we get everything. I'm signing up. Then I called you. They go, I'm gonna be the president of PTO next year. She's like, what? I'm like, oh. But if my wheels, will I?
I just know that I gotta support her, even though I don't wanna be in PTO, I'm gonna have to join to support her and have her back, because that's just how we do. Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that. Like, look out, like, do that kind of stuff.
And everybody knows that Barbie works at White Castle. It's not like a commission thing.
My
Everybody knows
whole
she works at
entire
White Castle.
community knows that this girl runs the southern end of the White Castle. And every function she goes to, it's White Castle.
I was on the phone with her, and I was like, yeah, White Castle, that midnight. I was like, is that the one Barbie works there?
Yeah, like,
You're in real estate, they should be.
We
it wants to be
all-
her. It
yeah.
wants to be her.
I'm going to be.
Yes.
But it's just stuff like that you wanna, there's that thing is this weekend, we want, but there's an expo at the school. And last year we did it, and I had popcorn, and we did popcorn. So this year, the one lady texted me, she's like, hey, Kim, are you gonna do the expo and bring popcorn? I'm like, no, not you. Only because I have children, not because I.
But there's seniors at expo, but weddings, like
There's
right,
wedding expos, you guys, there's school expos, there's stuff, like craft shows and vendors are great. So all you need to do is set up your table and have a couple stands that say, why rent when you can buy things. I do it at our roller derby pit, as I set up a table, and I had a special sign made that said like wheels and deals, and all I do is set it up there and have some stuff out there, throw some candy or something, and just so they know, not that I'm gonna get instant business that night, because I'm not. I mean, you might, but you want them to take your card and coupons and keep it moving, right? So anything that you can get your name out and do it. Especially if it's like $25-30. It's well worth it. And then anybody, so then you can get more like detailed and say, hey, this is always a good one for me. So any open houses that you do, you should have a giveaway. So like for fall, I used to do months. So when you come into my open house, hey, go ahead and sign up. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway. When that, the 2 mom plans that are there, or.
mom. I thought you said mom.
So, and then this way, instead of just being like, the worst is when they're walking in and you know that they're just there to look and the worst is when you're like, hey, excuse me, and they're like, no, sorry, we're just here to look. I hit them right at the door. I'm like, hey, how'd you hear about the open house? Oh, I seen it on Redmond. Okay, great. No, can you go ahead and sign in? I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away $25 Starbucks card. Please go ahead and sign.
She's giving away purses, she gives away everything.
I give away every place.
At Rhino Expo, it was a nice necklace jewelry set.
Yeah, so like, I'll tell you, because I'm a real estate group. Instantly, people are like, oh, I'm upset. Like when you walk into the, Macy's, you're running from the people. Well, I'm gonna offer you something of value to stop at my booth, right? So if I have a nice Michael Kors purse, most of the time women are, absolutely you are, absolutely. And then what you do is the people that you have your conversation with, hi, can you go ahead and sign in or sign up for this? Do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? It's the only question I ask. Anybody looking to buy or sell real estate in here yet? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And they put a little check. Either. You know anybody? So if I had 100 people sign in, I got 4 checks, guess who's winning? Guess who I'm going to call? Hey, Sue, you won the Michael Kors purse at the convention that I was just at, Sarah. I'm Kim Nealon, the real estate agent. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Great. I noticed that you were looking to sell, you said. Great, I'm gonna go ahead and drop off the purse, and do you have 10 minutes that we can chat? I had a lady call me from just a couple months ago in Oak Forest from a convention that I did 2 years ago. She has still had. So it's not instant, but
Can I say why you still have that? Because, well, that's on Kirsty. Okay, if we said an event like that, we would Monday come back into the office, and Monday, Wednesday, we calls, people, thank you for stopping by the booth. Do you have any questions? Yeah. 6 months from now, we're calling those same people. Even if they said no, a year from now, we're calling those same people. So just because you call them once and they're not interested, things change. Remember the bridal leads? Yeah. You know,
9, what is the ratio? 9 to 1. You have to reach out 9 times for somebody to. Always remember that.
people are probably getting divorced already.
Getting married and then divorced, and we're still asking them. So it's just all about, it's about follow-up. The money's in the follow-up. Money's not in the lead, the money's in the follow-up. You get the lead, you follow. Until they tell you, I'm not this, I'm not buying, I was just looking. And even when they do that, at some point, and with the way that all the tech is set up now, you guys, like if you see me looking at my watch, probably 4 times it told me somebody was on my website. Somebody's browsing your website. So I look, I know who's on my website, I know who's not, and then I'll have an email that says, Sandra, look, she's been on there for 4 years. I know she's 5. She hits it probably twice a day. But at least I can follow them. I know who's busy, I know who's coming up, and I know who I should reach out to. And that's the beauty of command now. You can follow everybody. You can see what they're looking at. I can see that she looked at 4 houses in Orland Park. And then you can follow up. Hey, I seen Sarah, you've been looking, are you ready to buy yet? Can I show you any of those homes you looked at? No, I'm not ready. That's what I normally do. Normally I'm not ready, but I get someone that I just closed on my website 2 years. 2 years. And finally bought. I mean, it is what it is, but now in those 2 years, did I follow up like I should have? No. Probably once every 6 months when I should have been doing it every quarter. So it's every quarter. As a phone call, postcard, that was a missed opportunity. But don't do that and just follow up with them and you'll be fine. Any other questions? We are up. How was the class? Was it helpful?
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Remember, Michelle's having an open house Sunday if you guys want to chat.
Who's Michelle? This one that's the buyer?
Yes, on Monday.
I'll get the card.
She didn't want it.
That contract all signed, everything, I had no problems, so I don't have to.
She don't need it anymore.
I should know what you're doing.
You don't need anything. Let me see if Michelle's in her office. I'm gonna come and tell you where it's at.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I live in Oak Lawn, right?
I live putting here.
Yeah, well, that'd be good for you. Yeah. I was looking for something more like.
Did you guys in your lunch here? Because he asked us what you wanted. No. Yeah, she left for the day. You guys, you want to do some open houses? Just put it on Facebook. Like, hey, I'm looking to host an open house, and people will answer. Every day. You're so welcome. Guys, I promise you guys need me. Okay, thank you. She's. Wow. Let me see if you want to.
You're in the chair.
Everything, maybe more than got all my cards. We came, took all our cars, and then, so anyone. Is that when I won this? It was three people from Guarantee Rate.
Yeah.
Well, maybe maybe I could get from my cars. Or
Who's teaching you?
Right, Lonzo.
Oh.
Just a little thing, shouldn't they?
Oh, yeah, okay, where's your office, the corner over there?
In the back.
Okay, that corner, that big one.
And we have like,
We have,
what we have two. Yeah, it's the. And then,
oh, cool.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only,
I just
emailed
emailed it, I'm over here
now. Two referrals to send out. One to Louisiana.
Oh, what car? New Orleans.
I posted on that referral thing, it's like some small little town.
Did anybody answer?
Yeah, I got one girl.
Because sometimes it might be out of their reach.
Yeah. And he is. And then referring, food truck guy, remember family?
Yeah.
I'm referring him to a commercial sales and I was like, I can't do commercials.
Just make sure you do it well.
That's why I just show me once, and I can do the other one by myself.
Go to command, where's your app? You don't even have to do it. Like, what do you do? Like, you can do it in command.
Oh, okay.
You look for their name, go up to Tally app, and you can do it right in there.
I'll stop by later.
Or, is Zampa here? Oh, how did I see this app?
I know, I was supposed to meet him with something Saturday. He didn't confirm.
Let me just see.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, hold on. Let me just see what he's doing. I should find an app.
Somebody left a big bag of talking about bracelets. And I tried it, it's so good. I didn't think I had that, I just think it's, I go, what is it called? It's not something, but is it? Oh. I think it's like salt water or something. And I was like, well, just need a little bit of sugar. Wake me up. It's so good.
Yeah. Somebody left your umbrella.
Oh.
What I did about anything else was an umbrella.
I just get wet out and carry one.
We'll see. Let me know if you need anything, honey. Over half to. I know you are, that's what I said, let's go, I'm in. For sure, baby.